It's time for Tennessee Prime, an inside, in-depth look at Tennessee football through the eyes of those that wear the orange and white. Fried up each week by Gus's world-famous fried chicken. Hosted by the sports animals Jason Swain and Volquest Austin Price and Brent Hubbs. Welcome to Tennessee Prime.
Welcome to Tennessee Prime here on a beautiful Tuesday evening, November the 15th. Austin Price of Volquest.com, Jason Swain here with you. Tennessee Prime is brought to you by Gus's world-famous fried chicken. Tennessee, nice record. Tennessee coming off a big-time win. AP, good evening, sir.
How we doing, Jason Swain? Yeah, you're right, 9-1. Tennessee fans are thinking, wow, man, this feels like, like when Jason Swain played. I mean, first time since 2007, the year after you graduated, that Tennessee's got at least 9 wins in a regular season. Undefeated at home for the first time since 2007. Forget feels like 98, feels like 2007.
Right.
Kudos, man. It's real impressive to kind of see where this program has come from.
66-24. I was not expecting 66 points at all. I was expecting a win, a convincing win, but I was not expecting 66. Dominating performance offensively there in the second half versus Missouri. And they got to keep it going. You got to keep it going on the road this week versus South Carolina. And joining us in our second segment will be defensive back Wesley Walker and defensive lineman Bryson Eason. They will join us in our second segment. And then our third segment, you'll be able to ask questions to the fellas, and they will answer those questions the best that they can. But, man, what a great position where Tennessee is. You mentioned 9-1. Tennessee still sitting at 5 there in the college football playoff, and everything is out there in front of them. 2 games left, and both of those games are at home. And Tennessee announced, Austin Price, the orange helmets with the white jersey and white pants. I was expecting maybe Vanderbilt, but I'm pleasantly surprised to see them a week earlier.
Well, Jason, the guinea pig for all alternate versions of the uniform goes to South Carolina, right? I mean, it just kind of happened that way. I think it looks great. I know there's some of the old heads are going to go, oh, our helmet's white. It is white. It is white 90% of the time. And, actually this year it's less than 90, but hey, I got no problem with it. I actually like the white on white with the orange helmet. I thought the original thought I think was to go orange, white, orange. But I'm not sure the pants and the helmet matched up great. And so it was easy just to go orange, white, white. And, I think it looks really clean. I think it looks really clean. And Joe Milton, if he can do anything, he can model that uniform, Jason Swain.
And throw deep balls.
And throw 70-yard strikes. I mean, seriously, Joe Milton's like, really, Squirrel, you fail at the one. I hit you in stride. Should have had 2 touchdowns. I like the helmets a lot. I think I like the jersey combination. And, that means they'll likely go straight Stormtroopers for the Vanderbilt game to close in a chilly Nashville 1 week from Saturday. Supposed to be down, potentially in the high 20s sometime that night. Probably not during the game, probably in the 40s and 30s. But to someone who's on the sideline for that game, buckle up and bundle up.
I will be buckled up for sure. I will be prepared. I thought I was prepared pretty well in this past game against Missouri, man. The weather was playing tricks on us all earlier in the morning, and then it just got cold really, really quickly. But happy for our players. They certainly, deserve to have fun with the uniform and have a say, and I'm excited for them. I know a lot of foreign players are very fired up about the look. And when you think about the white power tee, when you own a orange polo or orange shirt that's Tennessee, most of the time you're going to have a white polo on it. So to me, it is tradition, and it's just something that we haven't seen as of late. But if you go back and look at some of the history, I'm pretty sure they had a darker helmet.
Well, the one thing that I like is they didn't try to get silly and go with, the old Davy Crockett symbol or something else. They kept the T. Like that's what again, you can blur the lines of
Sweet.
modern and tradition, but you can also get it a little messy if you try to go out over your skis on some of this stuff. That's a really clean look. The T looks good. I'm for it. Had they done something like smoky or something like that, then no, that would look not good. But this right here, I think, looks really, really, really good.
What also looked good in the previous game was a couple guys making some big plays. Princeton Fat had 2 touchdowns in the air. We saw freshman Dylan Sampson get in there and make some guys miss in space. We got a chance to talk to him on the locker room on Sunday, and that was really the first time that he has played since the LSU game in an SEC game. And he wanted to make sure that he learned from that game. And when his number was called, he was ready. And boy, was he ready, making guys miss in space, showing off that speed. He was very, very electric. It was good to see him get back out there and make some plays.
Yeah, agreed. And the one thing he got complimented on earlier today when Jerry Mapp met with the media was just how much buy-in and pride he took in pass protection post LSU. LSU, he missed his assignment. Hendon got blown up, forced fumbling out. Dylan did pick up the ball and almost made a miraculous play for a first down. But, I think that was a wake-up call for him as a freshman. And what did he do? He didn't sulk or get, down in his feels. He just went to work and started working on, his pass protection and got it, got it to the point where the staff feels like, okay, hey, we can trust him again. And, when he gets the ball in his hands, he's dynamite. Again, you go back to 1997, same thing happened to Jamal Lewis early in the year. Coaches didn't think he could pass protect, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, though, talent takes over. Yeah. And I would expect 24 to see more action this week and more action against Vanderbilt. Man, look at Trey Yandy, our producer, went straight. I mean, he picked up Jamal Lewis on the fly. I mean, I literally said his name like 4 seconds ago, and he already had a picture thrown up. I mean, I don't even know that's humanly possible.
No gloves, just wrist tape, ready to just bust somebody's
head. Look at Jamal, dude. Look at him. I mean, good Lord. And then when you throw in the old jerseys that weren't like form-fitting and the bigger pads, I mean, he looks so big. I mean, he is big, but he looks even bigger.
Is that Kirby right there making a business decision?
Yeah, he's making a business decision to tuck on out.
Oh, my goodness. How are you supposed to tackle a guy like that running the ball? He's a wow. Freak. But happy for Dylan Sampson. Very mature.
Who recruited Jamal Lewis, Jason Swain?
Rodney Garner. Yeah. No surprise that the players that he recruited were instrumental in Tennessee winning that championship in '98.
Who's recruiting 5-star David Hobbs, Jason Swain?
You tell me.
Rodney
You're the
Garner.
recruiting expert. Oh,
Rodney Garner.
Is Tennessee in a good position for him?
He'll announce next Friday on his mom's birthday. I think it's his mom's birthday. Either way, it's for his mom. Yeah, it's his mom's birthday, the 25th.
Tennessee in a good position?
Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama. It's really Tennessee, Georgia. Alabama's kind of falling by the wayside.
Okay.
Feel like Tennessee's in a fairly good spot.
All right, cool. That's good. Hey, that's what I want to hear. We'll take a quick timeout. And when we come back, we'll be joined by Wesley Walker, defensive back, also Bryson Eason, two very important guys on this Tennessee defense. This Tennessee football team, 5th-rated team in the country. Tennessee Prime is brought to you by Gus's world-famous fried chicken. They fry it up for you every single day there. They got the catfish. They got every side that you would love. Austin Price's favorite, the French fries, the mac and cheese, great desserts. They got it all right there, right, AP?
You're exactly right, buddy. Banana pudding, you name it, they got it. And, while we miss not going out to Gus's, we still appreciate them being a big fan of the show. And remember, each week it's Fried Up by Gus's World Famous Fried Chicken. We'll be right back with the players on the other side. You're watching and listening to Tennessee Prime.
Bite into that crispy crust with just the right amount of spicy, and you're going to taste the tender, juicy, succulent chicken that is Gus's world famous fried chicken. A timeless Southern tradition that started over 60 years ago in Mason, Tennessee with a secret family recipe. Gus's has stood the test of time and spread throughout the world. It's not just famous, it's world famous fried chicken at Gus's.
The game has changed and Spire Sports is here. With name, image, and likeness arriving, your Orange fandom can now be put into action. Visit thevolunteerclub.com and become a member. 90% of every dollar generated through the Volunteer Club, powered by Spire, will go directly to athletes to improve the student-athlete experience at Tennessee. It's not just about winning the next game. It's about next season. It's about the next generation. It's about the Tennessee legacy. Join at thevolunteerclub.com. That's thevolunteerclub.com.
Volquest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
Volquest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why Volquest continues to set that standard. Locally owned, Gus's is located on Sutherland Avenue and has been voted the best fried chicken in every city they've ever gone to. Throw in some delicious and mouth-watering sides, and it's easy to see why Gus's is a must-have at your dinner table. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
Welcome back to Tennessee Prime here on a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday.
Whoa. There's been nothing beautiful about this day. It has just been raining cats and dogs.
Hey,
that tells me all I need to know about you is you liking it to be raining all day.
No, I like for Tennessee to be number 5 in the country. I like for my team to be good. We are, so I don't care what the weather is. So it's beautiful to me. So I'm happy right now. So Tennessee Prime, fried up each and every Tuesday here and every day for you right there on Southern Avenue for you to go by and check out the world famous recipe of Gus's. Amazing sides. But now it is time to bring in our players, and that is Wesley Walker, also Bryson Eason. Gentlemen, it's good to see y'all. Good evening.
Good.
Wesley Walker.
Oh, okay. I'm on mute. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you sound great.
I got you.
Okay.
Wesley, we've seen you kind of play all over the secondary this fall. Nickel, safety.
I can't hear y'all.
We'll get to you in a second, Bryson. Where do you feel like you have kind of, improved? And it feels like you're starting to play more and more every week.
Really just really grasping the defense and defense it's really the same, but it's really just really how your coaches want you to really play certain things. So really just getting a better understanding of how to move around in the defense and then like who I'm relating off of. And just my fits really is just me getting more comfortable. I got here in the summer, so I didn't have too many reps to get it in, but just as the course of the season been going by, I just been kept working, and just finding more opportunities to get on the field.
But you still came in with experience, major conference experience playing at Georgia Tech. How do you feel like that experience there at Georgia Tech, playing at a high level there and some big games, helped you acclimate to the style here in the SEC?
It really just, gave me confidence because just knowing that I've done this before and like, they say SEC, ACC. It's really not too much different in terms of who you. It's great guys on each side of the ball in both conferences. But of course, the SEC best conference for sure. But in terms of looking at it from like a football player perspective, it's really not that big of a difference. And I just use the experience I've already had and just apply it here.
Bryson, we'll bring you in. I don't know if you can hear us. You're texting me you can't. Can you hear us now? No, he can't. We can't hear Bryson for some reason.
He muted.
Wesley, we'll go back to you until we get Bryson figured out. When you came in, you played a lot of nickel at Georgia Tech. I know that's kind of where the staff put you at first. But as you kind of went through the season, have you kind of been pushing to play some more safety as we went along?
Yeah, so at Tech I played a majority nickel for sure, but I always in practice got reps at strong safety. Like I had two older safeties that I played with, and they actually went to the league after last season. So I get reps at strong safety all the time in practice. So it's not really a weird feeling for me. I feel comfortable playing it, and yeah, that's something I tell the coaches. I want to be one of the Swiss Army knife guys on defense where I can just be plugged in anywhere and play.
Early in the season, it was a home game, and man, I had ran into your folks. I don't know if it was a cousin, uncle. I don't know who it was. I just know that they were your folks, and they were just so excited about you being here at the University of Tennessee and playing for your home state. And man, I was dapping them up. They was dapping me up, man. I think we chest bumped and everything. We were so hyped. But how has it been for you being able to play for the in-state school?
Okay, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Really, if you want to be honest, like growing up, I wasn't even just a huge Tennessee fan. Like my whole family was, but like I feel like just because the reason they was just a real big fan of Tennessee, I just naturally nah, I want a different team.
I understand.
But actually coming back here and like playing for it, man, it's really nothing like it. Like I feel like it's really what I should have, I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be for real. Like I really like it. I really enjoy it. And it feel like I'm really playing for my state. Like if you kind of get what I'm saying, I feel like I'm playing for my home state. It's just cool to see. And then all the the young people back home seeing they could do something like that. It's just cool to do.
Seeing the atmosphere and being a part of the atmosphere all year long. How can you describe that? I mean, not knocking Georgia Tech, but it's just not the same. What kind of take me through when you first, ran through the tee for the first time, started to see that crowd, and what kind of emotions does that draw for a 20-year-old, 22-year-old?
Yeah, I mean, it's really crazy because I've never played in like games that's been like as field and packed as they have been this year. Like the largest game I probably played in was probably when I played at Tech. The largest game I probably played in was probably. It's really nothing I can compare to this, to be honest. It's sold out games every week almost, and I just really feed off the crowd. I don't really buy too much into it in terms of like let it affect me for real. But I do appreciate it and like just like take it in for what it is, and appreciate it. Like I'm really at this level, and I'm really preparing to go put on the show in front of all these people is real cool.
What position you feel the most comfortable? Is it nickel? Is it safety? Which one is it?
If I had to say which one I'm most comfortable, I'd probably just say star, just because I played that the most. But I mean, as as I keep playing and y'all see, I really feel like I'm very versatile and I can play all over the field. To be honest, it's really just getting reps at it and just getting comfortable at it.
We appreciate you carrying this segment since Bryson's having technical difficulties. He's getting in on his iPad, so he should be joining us momentarily. When you look at this defense, it feels like you all have grown a lot from early in the year. Where have you maybe noticed this defense improve, whether it's in the secondary where you play, at linebacker, as Juju's kind of got back going again, or in that front four?
I really feel like the defense just has gotten better, every week, and I really feel like it's all. I really think I can't really just label like one group. I feel like everybody's gotten better. I also feel like everybody's contributed. Like we get a lot of contribution from a lot of different spots. Like the D line, we got a lot of production out our D line. Like it's not just one person. Like we pulling a lot of production out of a lot of people. So I feel like the whole defense just coming together playing. You don't know who might be the best, who might have the best game on defense one day, like one Saturday, but everybody consistent too. Like I said, I feel like we pull a lot of production from a lot of people because we have the people to do that.
There he is. Look at him, Jason. Coming in hot.
Hey.
Bryson Easton.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
We got you.
Yeah, we hear you, man. You sound great.
We all should have just messed with him and just moved our mouths but not said anything just to really mess with him.
That would have been crazy.
Bryson,
what's going on though?
Oh, Wesley's been carrying your segment here. He says he's owed part of your money. So when you come into the year, and all summer long, Coach Garner kept saying, Bryson, he's got so much talent, interior guy, he's quick twitch. I got to pull it out of him. It feels like he started to pull some of that out of you as you've played more and more as the season was going on. What do you feel like you're doing well?
Man, just learning and trying to learn the little techniques about the D-line position and just try to get better because I feel like the explosive and quickness comes with me already from playing the linebacker. So just moving it down to D-line, getting heavier, learning the little techniques and trying to get better every day and, try to gain Coach G trust is a hard thing. I feel like he's one of the toughest coaches on the staff and probably in the SEC, but it's all love and man, I'm just trying to get better, trying to do what I can to help this team out to reach our end goal and, man, be number one, get that ring on my finger, just help out any way I can and take some of that load off my brother's shoulders when I need a blow. So just being ready with my name called and trying to get better each and every day with them and work with them, it's just a blessing, really. You know what I mean?
10 games you guys have played this season. Bryson, which game you feel like you had your best showing? The game was slowing down for you. You feel like you went out there and made the most plays. Which game stands out for you individually?
Even though we lost, me personally, I feel like the Georgia game was probably the best game I had. I had a TFL and a fumble recovery, and I did my assignment that they asked me to do very well. Even though we didn't get the goal that we wanted. Me personally, I feel like that's probably one of the best games that I had at the D-line position and so far here at Tennessee.
Bryson, when you look back at your career, you were MVP of the state championship game as a freshman. That next spring, you and I did our first interview together. So we've been talking for a while.
Yeah.
You were a linebacker all through high school.
Mm-hmm.
Then they move you to the D line when you first get here, but it's an end. Then all of a sudden now you've transformed into this D tackle. What were you weighing when you were in high school? And I know you were a bigger linebacker, freakishly bigger linebacker, but what were you weighing then versus what you're weighing now? And how have you seen your ability change?
Back in high school when I was playing linebacker, I was 270. So since I've been up here, I gained about 30 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's fat or muscle, probably a mixture of both, but it's fixing. It's a mixture of both, but it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole different aspect of the game in 3 different positions. You know, I don't play linebacker in. They had me at Leo at one point, so just learning all these different positions and having the ability to do so is a blessing. But man, I've been embracing it. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get better and be the best version of myself. So at the end of the day, I can do some great things for me and myself and the people that I care about. Just continue to get better and don't trip about it. You know what I'm saying? It's the past. So I'm just looking on to better and brighter things, man. With playing, in the inside.
The defensive line room look like it's deeper. That means Rodney is trusting more guys, and that includes you. Do you sense that when you come in, you're fresh? Do you sense that the offense is a little bit worn down and a little bit tired, and that because of the depth on the defensive line, it's really giving the offensive line trouble on the opposing team?
Yeah, see, that's what I love about what Coach G got going, because he keep, as well as keeping us fresh, it's keeping our bodies fresh as well. And I feel like they be the opposing offensive line, they probably be a little tired, and we come in there fresh. We come in there fresh, ready to make plays, and just do what we got to do at a high level and execute well to help out in whichever way we can and do our job. So, man, I love it. I love the rotation that he got going and keeping guys fresh, keeping everybody getting a piece of their game so we all can be good and, just help each other out. And it's cool, though, because, like, when the other guys on the field, we rooting them on. Then when we on the field, they rooting us on. It's just like a big brotherhood. Ain't no jealousy inside the room. We won. You know what I'm saying? We a real unit. You know what I'm saying? We done grew closer with each other, and we all just want each other to ball and get better in every way we can. You know what I'm saying? So I love the room, and I love what Coach G got going, and it's just been helping everybody and, man, teaching us a lot of stuff about the game and just little stuff like that.
That's kind of how the shows went. Wesley went the first 3 series and was kind of gassed, and then you finally made it. You finally made it and was able to spell him there for about 5 questions. Orange helmets. You guys been wearing those the last couple of weeks to break them in practice. Unveil them today. You like them? Do you? And then 2, do you like that you're wearing basically stormtroopers with an orange helmet?
I mess with the orange helmet. I think them just real fresh. It's something different. It's something I ain't never seen in Tennessee. So for me to be a part of that, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like one of one. You know what I'm saying?
What about you, Wesley?
I rock with me personally.
I like them. I was kind of mad. I was kind of mad when they said that all the accessories is just white, because I kind of wanted to put some orange accessories in it. But the helmets go crazy for sure.
Yeah, they're slick. Real slick. So what about the gloves gotta be white too?
Probably so.
I'm not sure what color the gloves are. I'm not sure.
That's why you got to cut a deal with Hawk.
Right. You gotta get Hawk slouch those orange gloves.
I got a funny story. So when we wore the all black unis, I tried to add some they didn't let us wear all black accessories. I tried to sneak it in, and they caught me. They were mad at me for the game. I had to take it all off.
When did you try to sneak it in? During warm-ups or right before the game started?
Yeah, right there.
Warm-ups. Oh, see, that's that. You got to do it right before you run through the team, man. See,
who's paying attention to that, by the way?
It'd be random people. You really don't know who's paying attention to it. You just get somebody to come up to you and just say, "Hey, you can't wear that, man."
It would be like that randomly. I remember we was going against LSU with the smoke grays, and I wanted to wear like a black T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? The black T-shirt, man. The folk, man, Coach G, he ain't so nice when he say take it off. Yeah, he told me to take it off right when we got back in there. You know how it go when you know what I'm saying? We come out there stressed and stuff, then we go back, run on the field. Something like that. Yeah, we came back out and had to take it off.
At LSU, did you guys walk past Mike the Tiger? Was Mike the Tiger right next to the visiting locker room?
I ain't seen him.
I don't
They
think
stopped
he was
doing
there.
that then. They stopped doing that then. Okay.
Let's talk about Coach Garner for a minute, Bryson, before we take our first break, or our next break. What's that like playing for him? And then you start hearing that kind of bellowing voice, out there on the practice field. And Wesley, you can jump in here too. Is that something you all notice when he's kind of getting after that D line?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's just who he is, though. He the hard head coach of the team. I mean, I feel like every team needs that, though. And I mean, what better spot for him to be at than your D line? I mean, you want your D line to be nasty and real coached up, and I mean that's exactly what they is. You see it every Saturday.
No, for real. When Coach G yelling at somebody, when you hear him, 9 times out of 10, when you hear him just randomly, he yelling at somebody. But we all know his love, though. We come from a place of love, and what I personally look at Coach G as, like, I don't know if y'all seen this or not, but the Kung Fu Panda movie had like the little old turtle, but he kind of remind me of the turtle. He just ain't as cool and calm as, you know what I'm saying? He got that wisdom, though. You know what I'm saying? Like an old wise turtle, but just a lot angrier. That's it. That's how I describe him.
He a snapping turtle.
Yeah, there you go. Right there. There you go. That's Coach G for you. Just a little bit more spice to him.
Are you really comparing Rodney Gardner to this?
Yeah, like, I'm talking about with the wisdom, though, with like what he be saying, like his message. That's him with the message, you know what I'm saying? But the delivery is different. That's all, you know what I'm saying?
Either you're gonna get a lot of reps this weekend, or you're gonna get a lot less reps this weekend. I don't know.
I'm just trying to keep it the same.
Rodney Gardner's not seeing this show.
Oh man, that's great.
But
that's great stuff.
We might have to tell him after the game. All right, let's take our next break. When we come back on the other side, we'll take questions from you. Get in the comments section. Let's ask Wesley and Bryson some questions. Kind of get to know these guys. We'll do that on the other side. You're watching and listening to Tennessee Prime on The Sports Animal.
Bite into that crispy crust with just the right amount of spicy, and you're going to taste the tender, juicy, succulent chicken that is Gus's world-famous fried chicken. A timeless Southern tradition that started over 60 years ago in Mason, Tennessee with a secret family recipe. Gus's has stood the test of time and spread throughout the world. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
The game has changed and Spire Sports is here. With name, image, and likeness arriving, your Orange fandom can now be put into action. Visit thevolunteerclub.com and become a member. 90% of every dollar generated through the Volunteer Club, powered by Spire, will go directly to athletes to improve the student-athlete experience at Tennessee. It's not just about winning the next game. It's about next season. It's about the next generation. It's about the Tennessee legacy. Join at thevolunteerclub.com. That's thevolunteerclub.com.
Volquest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
Volquest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why Volquest continues to set that standard. Locally owned, Gus's is located on Sutherland Avenue and has been voted the best fried chicken in every city they've ever gone to. Throw in some delicious and mouth-watering sides, and it's easy to see why Gus's is a must-have at your dinner table. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
Welcome back to Tennessee Prime, fried up each week by our good friends at Gus's World Famous Fried Chicken on Sutherland Avenue. Time to take questions from the comment box, and we'll scroll up the page there, Trey. We're going to go with Nugs, who says, Wesley, you played with Jameer Gibbs at Georgia Tech. What was it like beating him this year, and have you talked to him since?
Like the game when they rushed the field, I tried to go talk to him, but I guess they had to get out the field real fast. But he did pay up, and that's my dog. We talk all the time, and it was actually cool and funny playing against him. I mean, he really really just a laid back dude. It was fun. It was fun playing against him for sure, though.
Who is your favorite Vol legend? I mean, you guys, not sure how much you go back into history, how many guys you study, watch film of guys who played before you. But if you had someone that you studied that played before you, who would be someone that you looked at and was really impressed with their game?
Mine growing up, I always liked Eric Berry. He was just the main person like I really heard of. That's probably the first football player like I just like really heard of. Since he wasn't Peyton Manning or nothing, it was probably Eric Berry. So.
Eric Berry, that's a good one. How about you, Bryce?
When I first, committed, I was a linebacker, and my uncle then was like, you need to check in, tap in on Al Wilson. And at the time, I didn't really know who Al Wilson was, but I found out, and I say him, and I just liked how he played the position and how he carried it on to the league and how successful he was. Al Wilson, 1-1 for sure.
And now that you're a defensive tackle, your favorite Vol is Fred White. I'm playing. I love Fred. He was a safety, not a D tackle. David Johnson asks, who is the nastiest, meanest player on the team, Bryson?
That's the meanest player on the team. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna show some O-line some love, and I'm gonna work out my somebody I came in with. I'm gonna go a little Sprague. Yeah, that boy get dirty.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Real.
The zookeeper. Do y'all give him a hard time about him giving himself the nickname the zookeeper?
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't never heard that. I don't know where that came from.
Well, he did, and it's because everybody gives him those stuffed animals after every win. So he's always walking around there after the game. Look at him. He had the elephant. He's had the tiger. And he's walking around there Saturday with a tiger. I'm sure he'll have some type of rooster this week.
Hey, that's clever though. That's clever.
Yeah, that's hard. I didn't even know he was doing that.
Yeah, that's clever though. That's hard.
See, look at this.
I didn't know he was doing it. That's hard though. That's hard.
Did he bring that same one back out for Missouri?
I think that's the same one he had for Missouri.
Probably.
But it was funny. I mean, like he makes a beeline for that stuff every game. I mean, again, it's all entertainment value, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys put in a lot of work. You got to have fun with it. And Spraggs is definitely having fun with it. What do you feel like you guys learned playing on the road a couple of weeks ago in a hostile environment that may help you this weekend? I'm not saying that William Bryce Stadium will be as loud as Georgia, or it could be louder than Georgia. I'm not sure, but do you feel like you guys learned something from that experience that may help you this Saturday?
Well, I feel like we learned that, man, no matter where we got to go, we just got to go and play hard, execute, really just do what we got to do. I feel like I speak for a lot of guys in the locker room when I say they kind of left a bad taste in our mouth and the feeling that we don't want to feel again. So that's what I feel like. A lot of guys got out of it. We've been winning so much, and to lose kind of hurt people, rub them the wrong way. And that's something we don't want to feel again. So I feel like that, and, just going to play regardless of where we is. So that's it for me.
yeah, I'd say probably just learn to because I feel like pregame, we wasn't out of it, but we just got to learn that we just can't roll out. We got to rely on ourselves to give ourselves some juice, even when we got a hostile crowd against us. So really, I'm not too much where I know we'll bounce back and we learn from it, But I mean, what we pull from it really just, it's all us, it's all on us in terms of, showing up, playing against hostile. We ain't gonna have the best fans, and kneeling every week. Sometimes we just gonna have to rely on ourselves to get juiced up, get hyped for the game. So I mean, not saying we wasn't, but I feel like they was most definitely, I feel like we came out a little flat, and it's just hard to get that back when you're playing against a hostile in a hostile environment like that.
This is a comment, not a question, from Kelly Goodwin. She said, "Please tell these young men thank you," and she is proud of both of you. Do you all ever kind of have that interaction, like on a ball walk or walking out of the stadium signing autographs with a fan, where you guys kind of find out how much what you all do on Saturday afternoons means to so many?
After the games, I'm not used, like at Georgia Tech, we didn't really have a fan base like this. So I'm not used to really signing autographs, for little kids and for, fans and stuff after. So, it's cool with me, and it's a blessing just to, know you have an impact on people like that.
What about you, Bryson?
Nah, it's crazy, man. The Vol would be cool just seeing all them people out there showing their love and support. Not just here in Knoxville though, but all around Tennessee. Because I'm from Tennessee, and it's just crazy what I hear from back home. Little stuff I see up here, like the little kids wanting autographs, like Wes said, just little stuff like that, man. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's real cool. I mess with it. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? To give sign a little kid about now he happy or whatnot. But sometimes it be crazy though. But it cool for sure. Cool for sure.
Eric B. Jones wants to know, what's your favorite moment as a Vol so far? Because, hey, there may be some moments coming up, guys, that may be your favorite moment. There's 2 football games we played in the regular season, opportunity to play in the postseason. But so far, what's been your favorite moment?
The Bama game, no question. I feel like that's that was I don't know. I feel like that's my favorite moment. I ain't been a Vol that long though. So.
I've been involved for 2 years and I ain't never seen nothing like that Bama game. That was crazy. Man, yeah, that was just crazy. Probably one of the best experiences, like top 5 experience, that I experienced in my life so far. Just so far though. But Bama game was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been a part of nothing like that. But the craziest part was after the game. If you ask me, just all them fans and stuff like that. I had got my cigar from somebody else's mouth on the field. That was crazy. You feel me? Like, I ain't even get one in the locker room. I got some. I was like, fuck, forget it. Just give me it. So it was cool though. That Bama game, it was crazy though. It was crazy. So y'all say Bama game.
That's a game you guys played in the game that people will talk about 30 years from now, no matter what happens from here on out.
Facts.
That's a game that people will always talk about. Those moments, those indelible moments, that are kind of stuck in everybody's brain. Whether it's Billy Ratliff recovering the ball when Arkansas fumbled in '98, Tennessee winning in overtime against Florida in '98, Will Hoyt's kick in '04. That's a one from when Jason played. Just those kind of cool moments, and so they're not. They don't always come around for every team, but they come around for you guys. So, soak that one up, and we'll see if there's any more indelible moments this year. Along the way, who knows, a potential playoff spot, and then you're in the Final Four playing for a chance to go play for a national title. And guys, we appreciate you coming on the show tonight. We're gonna cut you guys loose and let y'all go and do homework or watch TV or whatever you guys want to do. But we appreciate you coming on and joining us, and we'll talk with you guys real soon, okay?
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
That's Bryson Eason and Wesley Walker, both joining us, Jason, here on Tennessee Prime. Let's take our final break. And when we come back, we'll preview the game against South Carolina. We'll maybe even talk a little recruiting on the other side. I'm Austin Price. He's Jason Swain. You're listening to Tennessee Prime on The Sports Animal and on the Volquest YouTube channel.
Bite into that crispy crust with just the right amount of spicy, and you're going to taste the tender, juicy, succulent chicken that is Gus's world-famous fried chicken. A timeless Southern tradition that started over 60 years ago in Mason, Tennessee with a secret family recipe. Gus's has stood the test of time and spread throughout the world. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
The game has changed and Spire Sports is here. With name, image, and likeness arriving, your Orange fandom can now be put into action. Visit thevolunteerclub.com and become a member. 90% of every dollar generated through the Volunteer Club, powered by Spire, will go directly to athletes to improve the student-athlete experience at Tennessee. It's not just about winning the next game. It's about next season. It's about the next generation. It's about the Tennessee legacy. Join at thevolunteerclub.com. That's thevolunteerclub.com.
Volquest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
Volquest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why Volquest continues to set that standard. Locally owned, Gus's is located on Sutherland Avenue and has been voted the best fried chicken in every city they've ever gone to. Throw in some delicious and mouth-watering sides, and it's easy to see why Gus's is a must-have at your dinner table. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
Welcome back to Tennessee Prime, brought up each week by our good friends at Gus's, world famous fried chicken on Sutherland Avenue. We got 6 minutes left, Jason. What do you want to talk about, buddy? You want to talk recruiting? You want to talk previewing the South Carolina game?
Recruiting. Recruiting. I got a pretty good idea what's going to happen against South Carolina.
Yeah, I do too, a bludgeoning.
But I do want to know about recruiting and some of the future Tennessee Volunteers, potentially.
What do you want to talk about?
Recruiting. Tell me.
All right, let's go. Khalifa Keith was here this past weekend, running back from down around Birmingham. I don't know if the Tennessee fans saw Will Stallings decommitted from Tennessee. That was, a projected move. In other words, Tennessee moved on from Will Stallings.
Tennessee had a decommitment?
Yeah, because they're going in another direction, and there's the direction they're going right there. The bowling ball heading down the near sideline as Khalifa Keith, who's 6 foot, a legit 6 foot. I mean, recruiting services have him listed 6'2"-ish. He's not. He's a little over 6 feet, but he's like 230 pounds in high school. And when you put him in a weight room, a nutrition program, this kid is going to be a little something different that Tennessee has. I mean, think about it, 230 right now, Jason. He's 20 pounds heavier than any other back on campus.
Yeah,
And that's kind of what they need, right? Somebody that can pick up that tough 3 or 4 yards when they need to. And I think Tennessee's done a really good job in improving short yardage situations this year. But, to be able to kind of lean on that defense with the running game and make those linebackers kind of feel it, when it gets, into the fourth quarter, I think that's something that Tennessee's been kind of striving for. And they want to have both kind of the lightning and the thunder. Right now, they just kind of have the speed guys, the smaller guys. They want to have that thunder option, and Khalifa Keith would be a perfect example of that. And he'll probably do something next week.
Yeah, you just want guys that bring something different to the table, so that way you have options depending on who you play. I mean, you may play a team that have huge linebackers like Bryson Easton coming out of high school, and in pass protection, you need a bigger back to be able to hold up. So having that option, I think, is very, very important. Question would be, can he stay at 230 when he gets here? I mean, that's going to be the question, because everyone's different, and you never know how someone may respond once they get into a college weight room and they have access to all, different types of food. And so going to be important for him to stay at, 230 or whatever weight that the strength staff feels that is his best to be able to perform at a high level. All right, Austin, who else you got?
Well, let's talk David Hobbs.
Okay.
We talked about it earlier, and I saw a couple of comments. Yeah, I understand Steve Wolf on crystal balling, right? I don't do crystal balls. I do my phrasing that most people on Volquest, if you remember, understand. I've said for a while Tennessee's in a good spot there. Georgia made a run. They surpassed Alabama. I do not think they're going to surpass Tennessee. But again, this is a kid that, has liked Tennessee for quite a while. And if you can win out on David Hobbs, who is a freakish athlete, plays tight end, plays defensive line. He's a basketball guy, unbelievable feet, hands, quickness. It's a huge win. When you're beating out Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, and Georgia for a defensive lineman, that's a big deal. So if they get that one to the finish line next Friday and he picks Tennessee, then, that's a huge coup for Rodney Gardner and this defensive staff. And then you try to go and swing in a Samuel Mpemba. A lot of people have him pegged for Georgia. I don't disagree. I've talked to multiple people this week. He's never told Georgia he's in. Now, Georgia feels good. He's visited there more than anywhere else. And, it just makes sense. But he's still calling Tennessee, not the other way around, not Tennessee calling him. He's reaching out, talking to Tennessee. So, I think that's what, has kind of given me pause down the stretch here to not say, hey, it's kind of like an election. We're not projecting, the winner yet. We have a lean, but we're not projecting Georgia's going to be the winner here for Samuel Mpemba. We'll see over the next week how a lot of that unfolds. He will announce on December 4th, which is the day after the SEC championship game.
I remember years ago, it was 2013, 14, I was watching film of a defensive player that was making plays at tight end, making plays on offense. And I was like, ooh, man, he's athletic. He's very, very nimble. And that player was Derek Barnett. Watching Hobbs' film reminds me a little bit of watching Derek Barnett's film. Now, Derek Barnett was knocking kids out during the game. It was kind of sad, actually, that those young players had to go up against Derek Barnett. But you can see the athleticism is the point here. You can see it in Hobbs. So, man, Tennessee's able to get him. That would be huge. You always got to have some big-time players on the defensive line, man. So thank you so much for the recruiting update, Austin, as we leave for tonight.
That's right. Let's head on out here, baby. We got 10 seconds left, Jason.
Well, thank y'all for joining us. Tennessee Prime brought to you by Gus's world-famous fried chicken. That's Austin Price, Volquest.com, Jason Swain, 991, The Sports Animal. Same time next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Y'all have a blessed day.